Hulk number 10 by Donny Cates was published yesterday with this impressive cover, showing Hulk fighting a Gamma giant, presenting part 2 of Hulk Planet. We last saw how Hulk landed on a planet coated in Gamma, with a population whose strength might rival the Hulk's, and was greeted by Queen Monolith. The book opens with Banner recalling the day his father murdered his mother. He was 5 years old, and on that day it was the first time he felt weak. He had been told that he was weak all his life, by his father and by the other kids at school, but his mother used to tell him that he was the strongest thing in the galaxy, and that he shouldn't listen to anyone who tells him that he is weak. She used to tell him that even the sun, which is the most powerful thing in the universe and whose light burns 93 million miles to get to that sidewalk they were walking on, is stopped by his shadow. Whenever Bruce was afraid after that, he knew he was strong, 'cause he would always have his shadow, and his shadow couldn't be stopped, but then it went away, and he couldn't find it again, and he knew that the hurt was always going to be there. Bruce then found what he thought was his shadow, but it was Hulk's shadow. Hulk had broken the sun, and Banner would always be in his shadow. Hulk then is interrupted by Queen Monolith, who seems to be concerned about him and tells him that he doesn't need to explain anything. Hulk apologizes for injuring her men, but Monolith tells him that the Greys are not her men, as they are more like humans. She then asks Hulk to call her Monolith without any formalities. She then explains that long time ago this planet was empty and devoid of life, but then there was light, and then their kind were thrown away from the world where they were created, and fell to this world. They were primitive, abominations and unwanted, and they were savage. They broke mountains in their rage, tore the hills, and ripped the planet nearly in half with their hands. The heat of the planet grew as generations of fire and blood were spilled into its center, and the new atmosphere born of mountains blasted into ash made the ring of sand and debris in the sky above them, and that ring shielded them from their sun. They began to grow, and the cycle of life and death and rebirth soaked the ground below them in gamma radiation. The blood became soil, which became food, which then rose into the sky and terraformed the planet, which was built from rage beneath a gamma star. But then the sun exploded, and Hulk appeared and changed them. He saved them and sent them gamma, a hurricane of gamma rain soaked in information, science and evolution, with the tools to be like the Hulk. Testing his strength, the sweating Hulk puts down a huge weight and tells Monolith that the weight is heavy, but Monolith doesn't understand the meaning of heavy. Hulk then tells her to call him Bruce Banner. They then go into a room full of Hulk statues, where Hulk tells Monolith about the other Banner he met, the one who never became the Hulk, and the one whose gamma experiments created all these gamma monsters. The explosion which Monolith saw in the sky was because the people on Banner's planet tried to kill him and kill the Hulk, so they dropped a bomb on them, but Hulk opened a portal to this planet to absorb the blast and the radiation. This must have advanced their mutation and carried Banner's scientific data. Time on this planet moves different due to its orbit, as the blast took place weeks ago. Monolith said that Hulk then came to them, but Thor, whom she called Hammer Satan, tried to stop him, so Hulk tore him in half and made rivers with his blood. Hulk thought that they needed help, but Monolith said that heaven does not need help, 'cause Hulk is home now. As the people greet their champion, a giant called Pave approaches the Hulk and tells him that their annual God Ball season begins today, and it would be an honor to play against the strongest one there ever was. Monolith then says that this ball is a way of celebrating their violent past and the ways in which they survived and evolved from them, and tells the Hulk that this sport is violent and brutal. Hulk thinks that he shouldn't play in order not to hurt anyone, but Monolith tells him that he can't hurt anyone there. The Queen's assistant then approaches her and shows her the scans they took for Hulk's brain, and Monolith says that she saw them and that there is nothing they can do, as Bruce Banner is going to die. I hope Donny Cates is paving the way for a new and interesting plot, and not just a remake of Planet Hulk and other runs. Hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.